Thanks for tuning in to Story Time with Red. If you enjoy these stories, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to our channel. We truly value each and every one of you. Drop a comment to let us know where you're watching from. We'd love to connect. Now, let's get into today's story. Life has a strange way of catching you off guard. Just when you start to feel safe, like everything is finally in place, it throws you a curveball that flips your whole world upside down. That's what happened to me. After a decade of marriage, after years of building a life brick by brick with Diana, I thought we were solid. I believed she'd always be there. But comfort can be a liar. Our life had settled into a rhythm: Sunday pancakes, quiet Friday dinners at our favorite Italian spot, movie nights every Saturday with her favorite romantic comedies. It was ordinary, predictable, and in my mind, ours. But I was wrong. It started subtly. Offhand comments here and there. A remark about my weight, a nudge to go to the gym, criticism about what I ate. I brushed it off. I mean, after 10 years. Who doesn't change a little? My job in finance was demanding: late nights, high stress, heavy dinners. But the remarks didn't stop. They sharpened. One night, as we sat at dinner, she looked me straight in the eye and said calmly, "Kellen, I can't stay attracted to someone who doesn't take care of himself." It wasn't a joke or a suggestion. It was a line in the sand. "If you don't lose weight, you'll lose me." Her words stunned me. It wasn't just about appearance. It was a sign. Something between us had cracked. She didn't see me the same anymore. And deep down, I knew she'd already checked out. I wish I'd fought for us. I wish I had found the words to reach her. But I was paralyzed. She left that night, didn't come back. When she did, it wasn't with apologies. She had a suitcase. "I need space," she said. "You need to decide what's more important, your health or this relationship." Then she walked out again. What followed was a storm. First came the numbness, then the anger, then the emptiness. I drank more, stayed up late, hoping the door would open and she'd come back, say she made a mistake. But she never did. One night I looked in the mirror and barely recognized the man staring back, tired, unshaven, worn down. And I had a moment of clarity. Maybe she was right. I had lost myself. But then another thought crept in. Why should I try to change for someone who gave up on me? So, I didn't do it for her. I did it for me. I cleaned out the pantry, signed up at the gym, started eating better, moving more. It was painful at first, but slowly things shifted. I lost the weight, built muscle, got a haircut, shaved, bought new clothes. Piece by piece, I started becoming someone I was proud of again. And then, out of nowhere, she returned. Showed up at my place, suitcase in hand, like she expected everything to fall back into place. Before I could even react, a voice came from inside my apartment. "Oh, you must be Kellen's wife." Diana's eyes shifted past me. Standing behind me was Jolene, graceful, confident, wearing my shirt. Her presence said everything. This wasn't the man Diana had left. I wasn't the same. Diana froze. Then anger. "This is what you've been doing while I was gone." Jolene didn't flinch. "Didn't you leave him for someone else?" Diana's posture stiffened. We both knew the truth. She'd run off with her boss. Charming, wealthy, exciting. But it had all fallen apart. Now she was back, hoping the man she abandoned was still waiting. But I wasn't. I looked her in the eye. "How'd that work out for you?" She didn't answer. She didn't have to. I'd already pieced it together. Her dream had crashed. Now she wanted her safety net back. But that safety net was gone. "You should go," I told her. She hesitated. "We need to talk." "No, we don't." Jolene handed her an envelope. Divorce papers. Diana's hands shook as she flipped through them. "What is this?" she asked, stunned. "I've taken care of everything," I said. While she was off chasing another life, I'd handled our finances, taken control of our house, and gathered everything I needed for court. I had proof of her affair, frozen our accounts, and filed for full custody of our daughter. Her face paled. "You can't do this." I stepped closer. "I already did." She looked at me like I was a stranger. And in a way, the man she'd torn down didn't exist anymore. I was someone new, stronger, wiser, finished with her lies. You thought I'd wait for you, I said. You thought I'd be broken. But look at you. No man. No money. No home. Her voice cracked. Kellen, please. Let's talk. I tilted my head, studied her. We're done. And just like that, the chapter closed. You didn't want to talk before, I said flatly. Why should I listen now? Diana reached out, desperation written all over her face. I made a mistake. Jolene, standing beside me, rolled her eyes. Biggest understatement of the year. Diana shot her a glare, but quickly turned her attention back to me. We had something, she said, voice cracking. A life. A daughter. And there it was, our daughter's name. The last card she thought she could play. But I wasn't the man I used to be. Our daughter. I repeated, my voice cold. The same one you walked away from. The one you hardly even bothered to check in on. Diana's face crumbled. And in that moment, I saw it. The realization that she'd already lost. She may have been standing there in front of me, but the truth was, she had been gone for a long time. She flinched at my words. I stepped in, my voice dropping to a dangerous low. You chased some fantasy, while I stayed behind and made sure our little girl never once doubted her father's love. I got full custody, Diana. You have nothing. Her hands shook. No. That's not true. I said nothing, letting the silence stretch out like a final sentence. The truth hit her slowly, cruelly. She'd gambled everything and ended up with nothing. She came back expecting forgiveness, hoping for a soft place to land. But I wasn't offering one. The man she left me for? The so-called upgrade? Gone. Thrown her out the second it got complicated. I leaned against the doorframe, arms crossed. What happened, Diana? I asked, my tone mocking. He dumped you. She stiffened, refusing to answer, but Jolene's quiet laugh behind me said enough. Figures, she said. Cheaters never upgrade. They just repeat the same mistake in a shinier package. Diana's face twisted with anger and embarrassment. You don't know what you're talking about. But I did. I'd done my research while she was gone. The man she ran off with had a wife of his own. When his world started to crumble, he tossed Diana aside without a second thought. Karma didn't wait for me to act. It got there first. Still, I wasn't finished. Diana's fingers clenched around the divorce papers. Kellen, I just need some time. We can fix this. I laughed. Actually laughed. You think this is a second chance? This is a deal. You don't have time anymore. Her eyes narrowed. What are you saying? I stepped forward, the bitterness in my voice sharp. While you were gone, I didn't just mourn. I prepared. I made sure there was nothing left for you to come back to. Her face turned pale. You wouldn't. I did, I said, without flinching. The house? Mine. Bank accounts? Locked. Your precious job. I leaned in. Gone. I sent every text, every photo, every message to your boss. Integrity was your brand, remember? Her purse buzzed. She grabbed her phone and read the message with trembling hands. I watched her face drain of color. That was the final blow. Kellen, please, you don't have to do this. I stared at her unmoved. Oh, but I do. She looked around, like she was trapped, looking for an escape. You're ruining my life, she whispered. No, I said, voice calm. You did that all on your own. She opened her mouth, but Jolene stepped forward, holding out a pen. Be smart. Sign. For a heartbeat, I thought Diana might resist, might rip up the papers. But there was no fight left in her. Her lover gone, her career in ruins, her child no longer hers. Her hands shaking, she signed. And in that moment, Diana became a memory, just a shadow of someone I used to know. I looked at her, feeling nothing but emptiness. You know what hurts most? I asked. I loved you. I would have fought for us. But you threw me away like I meant nothing. She looked at me, eyes full of regret. But I was done. I moved aside and pointed to the door.
Go.
You don't belong here anymore. She hesitated, like she expected me to stop her, to change my mind. I didn't. She picked up her suitcase and left for good. I watched her walk out of my life, thinking I would feel victorious. But I didn't feel triumphant. I felt hollow. Jolene touched my arm, bringing me back to the present. You okay? I nodded.
Yeah.
But I wasn't. I had spent so long consumed by anger, and now that it was over, I was just tired. Diana had tried to rebuild, reaching out to old friends for help. No one answered. She'd burned too many bridges.
Good.
Jolene didn't run. She stayed. Calm, steady. She leaned on the counter sipping her coffee like it was just another Tuesday morning. So, she asked, what now? I met her eyes. Now I moved forward. She raised an eyebrow. With me? I smiled. Guess you'll have to stick around and see. Jolene didn't need me. She had her own life, her own strength. And yet, she stayed. That meant more than anything. But Diana wasn't finished. She made one last desperate play. Showed up at my office. The receptionist buzzed me. There's a woman here. Says it's urgent. I didn't need to ask who. Tell her I'm in a meeting. She says she'll go to the police if you don't see her.
Of course she did.
Diana waited in the lobby, arms crossed, face tight with rage. You think you can ruin me and just move on? She snapped. I already have. She stepped closer, voice low. All it takes is one accusation. I can end you. I didn't flinch.
Try it, I said.
I've kept everything. The texts. The emails. Every lie. You try to take me down, I'll make sure you go down first. She paled. Without another word, she turned and left. That was the last time I saw her. For the first time in years, I felt truly free. No more begging for love. No more walking on eggshells.
Just peace.
Jolene, and I didn't rush. She wasn't a rebound. She was something real. One night, sitting on the balcony, she turned to me. Kellen. Yeah? You ever going to tell me how you really feel? I ran a hand through my hair. Not yet. She nodded, like that was fine. I'll wait. Diana never would have waited. That's how I knew. This was different.